What up, YouTube? It's Aaron, your personal driver. And today, as promised, we are doing Robinhood. We're going to update my Robinhood portfolio. Let me just make sure everything looks like everything is good to go. G to D, GTG, or whatever it is. Okay, so for those of you who are new subscribers, there are three things that people ask me about all the time that are not necessarily driving related, Uber related, Lyft related, those sort of things, and that's my stash portfolio, my Robinhood portfolio, and my cryptocurrency portfolio. So once a quarter or at least once a year, I like to go ahead and do a video on these sorts of things because some of my viewers are obsessed with it, and so give the people what they want, right? So I get if that's not your thing, you only here for Uber and Lyft related stuff. I get it. I get you. But I have a small dedicated fan base, basically. Uberman in the house. My mic is low. Let me fix that, hopefully. Is that better? How's that sound? That any better for you? Uberman. Hopefully that audio is better. I was just Bravo Android in the house. What's up, guys? So today I'm going to show you how amazing I am. These are my favorite type of videos, is when I am amazing at everything. Scoot over a little bit. I want this to follow me. Perfect. Awesome. Yesterday we did stash, so you can go watch that video. If I'm smart, I'll put a link up here somewhere to the stash one, but I oftentimes forget that sort of thing. And then tomorrow we're going to do cryptocurrency, but today we're doing Robinhood. So a lot of you probably are new, don't know what Robinhood is. Robinhood is the greatest app to come out, I think, in the last 25 years. I don't know how long apps have come out, 10 years, 5 years, I don't know. It is by far my favorite app, and what it is it's a no-cost stock trading app. So normally when you traded apps before the internet, you'd have to go to a stockbroker, give the stockbroker money, he'd take a percentage off it, he'd call it in to Wall Street, they'd purchase something for you, they'd take a cut of it, and then you'd own that stock. Then if you wanted the money from it, you'd have to go to your broker, and the same process happened in reverse, only again they take money off the top, and then you'd have to pay tax. Big Del LMKR in the house. Yeah, Robinhood app is amazing. So Robinhood cut that out. It's zero. You charge zero fees. In fact, last year it was estimated that I saved almost $1,100 in trading fees. So I paid $0 to trade any stocks, and they think that like with a typical online service, it would have been about $1,000. So first thing we'll do is show you the phone app. Bam. This is what it looks like. This is Robinhood. It's green when you're making money. It's red when you're losing money. So now I'm down $10. I made all of this last year, so that was a good year. I made $800 last year, 22%, which crushed the market. And overall, I made $850. So what does that mean? A little over $3,000 I've invested, and I made $800 total. But this is amazing, considering last year the stock market lost 6%. So I'm actually almost 27% higher than if you just bought into the stock market. But let's not get that far ahead. So what Robinhood is here's the account balance. You deposit money, and that's what your cash balance is, and what your buying power is, and this is how much money you have invested in stocks. Okay. And then you can withdraw funds anytime you want to, and you can deposit. If you're a day trader, you can only do 4 day trades in a row, which is where you buy or sell the same stock at the same time on one day, because it's free. So they don't want you doing day trading. Although there is, if you are a day trader, an option for that. It's called Robinhood Gold. And Robinhood Gold is like a traditional, like E-Trade kind of system. So you pay a monthly fee, and you get more buying power. You can buy more in a day. You can deposit more in a day, and you get day trading ability. Okay. This is transfers. That's how you deposit money from your bank account. Or Fred Waller in the house. Yeah, it doesn't have every stock available, just the popular ones. This is really an app for people who are new, and that's why I think it's great for rideshare drivers. Most rideshare drivers have $0 in savings and $0 in stocks and bonds. So it really is important if you're a rideshare driver to download this, or the Stash app. This is your history. So this is everything that you've bought and sold over the past year. And you can see all this. This is the important part, obviously, is the dividends. Shows you when the dividends are coming up. So what's the date? Oh, I already got that. That's in January. But yeah, so these are the dividends that I've paid out over the last year. I made about $12 in dividends last year, so not as good as the Stash app, but I made a lot more total money. I got a free stock from my brother, and Lend sent the link to John. Yes, I can talk about that now if you want to. I usually talk about that at the end. So they don't have a referral payout system. They have a free stock system. So what that means is if you sign up with my link down below, so in the description is going to be my link. Oh, it's not going to explain it. You get a free stock. So most of the free stocks you get are like $2, $3 stocks, but you do have a chance of getting. This is awesome. Berkshire Hathaway. That's the what's his face? Warren Buffett stock. Apple or Microsoft. So that's good. And you have an even harder chance of getting these ones right here. But you always get a free stock, and it's usually something like cheap, like Snap, or what's Chesapeake Energy, something that's like $3 or $4. But you do get it for free. You got Microsoft, you lucky bastard. I think I've got like four referrals. 2 of them are my family members, and all of them were cheap stocks. So that's unfortunate. But anyway, that's how this works. And the reason Robinhood is better than like E-Trade or something like that, or an equivalent, is you're not charged anything at all. In fact, I think I want to go to the full screen here and get on my Twitter account. Not for self-promotion, but because I forget how much, it told me exactly how much I saved. Actually, I don't want to, in case I have to put my password in, I don't want to actually show you guys all my password stuff. No, I don't have to, so that's good. So let's look at my tweets, and shameless self-promotion, right? But, oh, there's John. Where's all my punto in the house? Yeah, it's 28% technically. I got money in the bank. I got gas in the tank. Looking on, I forgot it. So here it is somewhere. I'm obsessed with her. So just deal. Here it is. Yeah. So last year I saved $1,041.25. That's what makes Robinhood so powerful. Is I couldn't have made 28% with the regular stockbroker because I only made $800 last year, and I would have paid $1,000 in commissions. And that's how they get you. That's why you get to keep your money. You can't take it out. So Robinhood eliminates that problem, and so you can just make money. I'll show you how that works here. I don't really want to sell anything right now because I'm kind of happy with my portfolio. Actually, let's go over the portfolio. So a lot of questions people ask me are, what stock should I buy? And like, I'm not an advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. So take anything I say with a grain of salt because I'm totally an amateur. Like, I'm totally self-taught. I've only been doing this for like a year. I don't know what I'm doing. Next year I could lose all my money. Excuse me. It's so dry in Ohio versus California. Everything's dry. But so I think that to start, you should try to get something more stable and less risky until you kind of get a feel for it. So this is what I always suggest newbies. It's the dividend aristocrats. So aristocrats are like, those are stocks that have been around for a gazillion years. And to be part of this ETF fund, you need to have, let's see if it tells you at the bottom here. I think it's 25 years. Yeah, increase the dividend every year for 25 straight years. Dividend is money that you get paid out to have a stock. And so this is my favorite stock because it's the safest. Because even if the market goes down, you're still getting a lot in dividends. I'm thinking about giving up to Uberman name and getting too much hate mail from Randy. Not surprised. In my personal opinion, I'm going heavy on Disney. I think Disney is going to do what Netflix did when it went from like $50 to like $250. I think by the end of the year, Disney is going to be at around $150 or up to $250. If you look at Disney's lineup this year, they're just going to crush it. There's so many movies coming out. They have the Star Wars Land coming out, and they have their exclusive Disney Plus, which is like a Netflix for Disney. So all of their Disney crap is going to be on that. Everyone who has kids is going to have Disney. So that's my biggest share right here is $1,300. That's a lot of money in a portfolio. So in a portfolio of $4,000, yeah, over almost 40% of it is in Disney. And if I had more money, I would buy more Disney. So that's my second favorite stock. I have these in order of my favorite stocks. This is Coke. Coke is notoriously known as like, it's called an aristocrat, right? It's just been around for 55 years. The dividend goes up every year. It never really changes in price. Like, look, the low last year was $41. The high was $50. That's boring. You'll never make a lot of money, but you never lose a lot of money with Coke. It's the closest thing to having cash in the stock market. This is a great stock, Next Era Energy. It's a 100% renewable company in Florida, and it's a utilities company, and it's killing it because people make fun of solar power. Solar power is cheaper than gas and coal to do it. Just no one wants to do it. No one wants to kick the habit. Well, this company has it, and they're killing it in Florida. They're just making so much money. And again, it's kind of it's not really that volatile of a company. So I missed the stats. So again, right, high 84, low 145. That's a little bit of variance, but not a lot in there, and it's a good dividend stock. And then this is my big bet this year, Activism Blizzard, and I'll show you why. Look at that drop off. That's stupid. It's way overcorrected. There's no reason it needs to go down that much. This is way oversold, which means it's undervalued and it's going to go up. In the past 5 years, it's up 174%. I don't know why Randy is so butthurt that I took today that he gave up. Because he's the Uberman. He gave up the name, but he thinks you're copying him. No one likes being copied, even though it's flattery. So Activism Blizzard does Warcraft and a bunch of other games, but Warcraft is the biggest one. And they also do esports. They're one of the only companies that does esports. They have esports stadiums, and so I mean, I don't know why your comment got blocked, but I can't do anything about it right now. But there's no way it's going to stay here. It's going to go back up, and you're going to make some money on it. I've already made some money on it, not a lot, but long-term Activision Blizzard is going to get back up into the $60, $70 range. This is dumb that it's this low. So those are the pretty safe ones that I have, and then the rest of these are kind of more gambling, if you will. I got marijuana, 2 of them. Well, 3 of them. Down here at the bottom, I have marijuana 2. Okay, and now I'll show you how the trading works. So I'll sell something here. I've decided what I want to sell because I don't want to sell anything. I don't know why he's so butthurt about me taking the name Uberman. He gave it up. Yeah, well, also it's like his business brand. It's like saying that you don't know why. It's like saying you don't know why he's butthurt that you're dating his ex-wife. I mean, he got a divorce from her. I mean, like it was his name for forever. So I guess I'll sell a Coke, which makes me sad because I love this stock. So you hit sell. How many do you want? You have 8 shares at 47.06. I'll sell 1. Okay, and you scroll up, And the cool thing is you instantly get the money in your account. So it hasn't even sold yet, but Robinhood will make the transaction for you, and then later on it'll notify you when it actually gets sold. So you have the money immediately to trade with. And now if you go into your profile, you see it's 51.67. So I need to sell something else. I don't know what it'll be. I don't even know what I'm trying to buy here. I'm just trying to show you guys. I guess I'll sell. I don't want to sell an Activision. Man, I don't want to sell this. I'm so happy with my portfolio right now that I don't want to get rid of anything. I guess I'll sell. Oh man, this is a new company. See, it's only been around I think for a year and a half, 2 years. So it's kind of a risky one. But look, I've already made 27% on my money here. So I don't really want to sell this. It's only $2, so I guess it's not going to make a big difference. I guess I do have to sell something I want to sell. I'll sell an Activision Blizzard. Wah, wah, wah. This makes me sad. Because that's going to go up. But this is all for you guys. So now if you look at my portfolio, I now have $99. $99, which means if I can get $13 more somewhere, I can buy another Disney, which is probably what I'll do. So let's see here. Where can I get $11? I got solar power from my IV and it runs perfectly. I barely use any energy. Yeah, man, that's the way to go. Get off the grid. What's Kara doing? $15. Give it to me. So I made 22%. I'll cash in some of that profit now. I'll sell one, and then I can buy a Disney stock. I'm telling you, Disney, it's gonna, man, people are gonna be talking about, is Disney gonna take over Apple one day? Maybe not that. Maybe not. Maybe that's too crazy. So now I want to buy Disney. Okay, I bought Disney around 107, so I've already made a bunch of money off it. I'm gonna make even more money out. So I'm gonna buy one more Disney stock at $112.49. I don't have enough money. Well, I didn't sell enough. I can't do math very well. Oops. I don't. Oh, that's. Did I put the wrong number in? Oh. So I just learned something about Robinhood. Look, so even though the stock is only $112, you need $114.57 in order to make the purchase because they're afraid by the time you click the button and they actually sell the stock, the price will change. So that means I have to get rid of something else. So what's this at? This is at $1.43, so I'll trade 2 of these. No, 3 of them. There. And that should be enough to buy Disney. So then we go over here. Disney attempt 4th time. Bam. There we go. Send in the order. Woot, woot, woot. And now I own 14 shares of Disney with an average cost of $1.07. And at the end of the year, I'm going to be very happy with Disney, I have a feeling. Okay. The middle button here, we can mess around with, oh, cryptocurrencies. So you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies the same way. See, I don't even have very much money. I have $6.40. We're going all in, guys. Oops. A mountain BTC. Oh, I can't do that much money. It was like 0.001. 5. 3. $11. Oh, whatever. Oh, I only have $4. I don't know. What is that? 2 then? 1. Okay. And then you can swipe up if you want to, and then I could buy $3 worth of Bitcoin. The problem with this is you're only investing in the price. You don't actually get the Bitcoin. That's something that happens tomorrow. But the middle button here is where you search for stuff. I should have done this earlier. So every stock that you have, either you own or that you're watching, here's the news on that. So that's cool. There's also where you find something like, I don't know, Home Depot. See, and then you can click on that Home Depot and look at it, research it. And if you want to, you can hit this little plus button. It'll add it to your watch list, which is under your portfolio right down here. Oh man, Google's down again. I wish I had money I could buy Google. But the most powerful thing about the search button for people who are new to Robinhood and to buying stocks is these little buttons here. See the 100 most popular, new on Robinhood, oil and gas, finance, technology, upcoming earnings, software service, video games, ETFs, you name it, there's like a little button for, right? So you click on it. These are the 100 most popular, as in like volume wise. So people with Robinhood buy and sell this stuff the most. And there's actually been a study on it that says that the top 100 most popular stocks in Robinhood like beat the S&P 500 by like a large amount. But there's gonna be a lot more tech here because people who use Robinhood are tech savvy, right? So look, I mean, almost all of these are. There's weed right here. This is GE and Ford are obviously car companies, but Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, AMD, Fitbit, GoPro, got a lot of weed too. Amazon, Snapchat, Netflix, Twitter, Nvidia, Micron, Zynga, Starbucks is actually a tech company too, believe it or not. Neo, Groupon, Sirius, Intel, Activision Blizzard, all these are tech companies, right? With some other stuff mixed in there too. So if you're looking at what something you want to do, this is what other people this is your peers what they're buying. And then there's also new. Let's look at another fun one. So let's say you don't know anything about aerospace, but you're like, hey, that's where it's at. Aaron, you have heard about the new Sprint Drive? This device gives you an unlimited Wi-Fi in your car for only $30 a month. Cool. They've had stuff like that for a while. Like I have the same thing through AT&T. But okay, aerospace. So these are all the companies that have, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, American Airlines, Raytheon, etc. So if you want to get into the aerospace world, here are the companies that are doing that. So you can look at that. That's pretty fun. But anyway, as my personal strategy, everyone has their own thing. But the reason I did so well last year is, these are just other things about like updates and articles and stuff written about the stocks that you own and don't own and that kind of stuff. But what I do is they're like, I rank them from top, like don't sell these, my favorites, to like I'll sell them in like 5 seconds if I have to, top to bottom, because you can change the order of them. See, like Siri can go up and down and that kind of stuff, so you can rank them. But down here, so like I like to concentrate my money here in these stocks that I know are going to be good long term. Like if I kept these for 25 years, I would be happy. They're not going to make me a lot of money, but they're not going to lose me a lot of money. It's like a good stable. But where I make my money is down here with these ones, where like Plug's a great example. Look in 1 week how it goes up and down, 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 down, up. This whole career, it's just up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So if you look at my history with this, I just buy them and sell it, and make $5, $10 at a time. So this is my history with Plug. So originally I bought 11 shares. Then I bought 25 more shares at $1.86 and $1.96, and I sold a ton of them at $2. Then I bought some more because I don't know why. I guess I was crazy. bought some more, bought some more, bought some more. Then I got to 217 and I just dumped it all. So I made money on all those a little bit at a time. Then when it went to $1, I bought 50 more, and I slowly been selling off shares of Plug since then, right? And if you look at all my stocks down at the bottom of the list here, that's kind of what they are. And I think the biggest example of that is Tesla. Oh, Tesla got up to 340. So if you look at my transactions with Tesla here, first off, I love Tesla, but it is a very volatile stock. It is. No one has any. No one in the world knows how much a Tesla stock costs. So it was the first stock I bought on Robinhood when I didn't know what I was doing. So I bought it at this much, and then it made $2, and I freaked out and I sold it because I didn't know what I was doing. And then it went down, which was lucky. I didn't do this on purpose. It was lucky because on the same day it dropped to 310, and I was like, oh, maybe I should buy it again. And then a couple months later, it went up to 345, and I was like, oh, well, I just made $30 on it. I guess I'm going to sell it. And then it dropped down again to 308, went up to 341, sold it again. It dropped down to 294. I bought another one. I sold that one at 306, and then it happened again. It went down to 295, and then I sold it at 341. So I made a lot of money on Tesla last year. And right now, I'm just going to wait for it to go back down to that like 310 level. PJ Slots in the house. Have enjoyed dealing with Robinhood. Thanks for the tips and tricks, Aaron. No problem, man. But this is also how I learned. So it'll be interesting to see what my tax guy says. Cause I might, when I send him all my tax information from buying and selling stuff, like my tax guy might be like, "What have you done, you fucking idiot?" Which is possible. So we'll see what he says. It's not a large amount of money that we're dealing with here, but he might get pissed off at me. But you have to learn somehow, right? Like, here's a really valuable lesson. Don't buy this shit. Look, Robinhood took it off of the account because it was so fucked up. But a subscriber told me to do this, so I did. I bought 15 shares at $6, and then I doubled my money at $12, and then I sold 5 because I thought I was going to keep going up, right? Well, let's see. Is this stock worth $6 still? Oh, oh, it's worth a cent, or no, 44 cents. So look, it's down 92% last year. So I lost almost all of my initial investment. So that hurt a lot, right? I mean, I still, luckily, I still made money on it. Well, not made, but I got a lot of money back. The rideshare hub in the house. But so not every investment's gonna win, dude. Here's some other ones. I got an ETF. For those who don't know who an ETF is, it's like a tradable market mutual fund. And I have a couple of them. This is my ETF section. So this is marijuana. This is social media. Shoot, man, what's the question? This is MLN. This is the most popular companies along millennials. And this is a kind of a cool ETF. This is a computer-generated trading system. Let's see if it describes it down here. It's a managed fund of U.S. stocks selected by a quantitative model that incorporates artificial intelligence. So an AI computer is a day trader and buys and sells stuff in this ETL. It didn't do very well last year, but I'm just checking it out. Did Robinhood send you a statement, or do you have to go in and put it down? They sent me a statement last year. So you remember I started doing this in actually November of 2017. So they did send me a statement for November and December. Sprint Drive also gives you roadside assistance, can identify problems with vehicles even more. That's awesome. Vinny Cuz in the house. T-Mobile has a similar device too. But I heard that it fries out the car. So there's that. So I went heavy on social media and I lost, but not badly. So I lost $23. That sucks. It does pay out dividends, just not a lot. So here we go. I bought them slowly, buy. But here we are. So I have 6 of them, and I slowly lost money on it, right? So not everything's a winner, right? So 1 year, I mean, it's down 16% last year. Woo! Making money, making money, money. Ah, losing money. But I still think social media is going to go forward. Mail or electronic, they emailed it to me. Have to be very with those driver devices as they can cause few false readings through the OBD connection. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I've heard a lot of problems with that. So these ones are all kind of hurting me, but the nice thing about ETFs is they kind of are pretty stable. This is a marijuana ETF. So I don't know a lot about marijuana. Like I'm not working in the industry. I haven't done a lot of research in it. And when there's something like marijuana where I know it's going to make money, but I don't know a lot about the industry, I like to get mutual funds or ETFs because it has a bunch of it's a bunch of the companies, right? So this one I have made a lot of money on, 30% of my money. That's pretty good, make 30% of your money. But let's go over to this screen here. So an ETF is a bunch of individual companies. You're buying like a bunch of different ones. Let's see if this is going to tell me what a fund summary. That's what I should have clicked on. Let's see if this has the companies in it. I mean, this is all useful information, but top 10 holdings. So these are the companies. Kronos Group is in there, which I actually own Kronos Group. Tilray, Aurora, those are the big ones. GW Pharmaceuticals is a good one that I know of. And then the other ones, I don't have any idea what the hell these are. Terrace, I don't know. I don't know what any of these are. Car Therapeutics, I own stock in this myself, so I do know what that one is. But it shows you the percentages they own in it, in the top 10 holdings. And it's kind of cool because these companies are all in the United States. 50% of this fund is in Canada because we just completely legalized in Canada. Then you have some in the United States, some in the United Kingdom, and then a couple other countries. And so what this does is if for the layman like me who doesn't know a lot, it reduces the risk because I don't put all my money in one spot. Because my portfolio is actually pretty heavy marijuana if you look at it. I mean, it's Cron, MJ, and Therapeutics. Is this Car Therapeutics? Yeah, this one, and Aura, whatever. They're all marijuana stock. So, Vinny, I was thinking about going to the Sprint drive today. What's your opinion on it? I love mine. Mine's from AT&T though. But here's the thing, guys, and I'll say this because not everyone is going to not make almost 30% of their money. I mean, if I was a professional like stock broker and I made 30% of my money, I would become a partner of that company. I mean, that's how good that is. So I don't anticipate making that much money ever again because it's hard to make 30%. And you have to be right a lot on your guesses. And I wanted to show you guys that I'm not always right. I mean, like I said, there's a couple investments here, especially this one, where I just lost my money, man. It's down 97%. That's just flushing money down the toilet. And those of you who know who Fernando is, Fernando Rodriguez, he's the one that told me to buy that. And so you guys can, when next time he's on the live stream, you can give him shit for that. With that being said, I still think it's better. Like, let's bring up Stash, right? I showed this yesterday, so I'm not going to go in details, but I'm just going to show you guys my portfolio here. As I lost money last year. See, I lost $81 last year in Stash. But what I'm trying to say is, even when you lose a little bit of money, you're still better off than you were before. Because even though that I'm down that, I have $1,400 that I saved in stocks and bonds, where before last year I had zero. So I've always had a retirement account. I do that through USAA, and I've always done that, but I've never had any stocks or bonds or anything like that. ETFs, mutual funds, none of that stuff. And I've been trying really hard this last year to build up my portfolio, and so I can have some money that makes me money. Yeah, so the T-Mobile one definitely had issues. I hear you. I just get T-Mobile cell phone and then get a hotspot. I mean, I hotspot it now. I don't even need internet in my car anymore. That's a luxury. I should just save money and get rid of it. Anyway, what was I saying? So, like, if you think about this later, I am $4,000 better off now than I was a year ago. Aaron, what do you think about the device that we're talking about? I'm still using DirecTV Wi-Fi in the car. The cool thing about having the individual device is there's usually some kind of mileage tracker. That was the big advantage of the T-Mobile one for sure. I know everyone's a little bit different, and if there isn't, then you don't need to have something like what's it called? I'm drawing a blank now. REFERRAL or some of the other ones that I can't think of right now to track your mileage. If you have the T-Mobile device, and I assume it's going to be on the Sprint one too, if they're similar devices, every trip you make, it tracks it on your online profile. So you can just have all of your, when you're doing Uber and Lyft, you can just record your travel that way. So that's kind of nice. But most cars nowadays, like if you buy a car that's been made in the last 5 years, there's a good chance you're going to have a Wi-Fi option in it anyway. Like in our van, there's just internet in it. It's just internet in the van. It's unlimited internet for I think it's like $15 or $20 or something like that. And we only used it when we were moving so the kids could watch their tablets and stuff and play on the PlayStation in the car, which actually didn't work out because they couldn't play in the PlayStation in the car, but they could play on their tablets and stuff like that on the road trip. And then we canceled it. So like I said, I got the device. I don't need, it seems redundant to have a phone that has a hotspot, the device from AT&T, and then also Wi-Fi in the car. That's 3 hotspots in the car. I don't need that. So if you have an older car or a car that doesn't have Wi-Fi for some reason, I think is a great option. If you're in rideshare, there's so much more you can do with what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh, there's so much more you can do with Wi-Fi. You can let your customers use it. If you set up a tablet, you can play music or music videos or movies or something like that in the car. So especially in traffic, it'll save you from going crazy because you can have music or something playing in the car with your customer. Or holidays is a big one. So like on New Year's, I always have party music on. Christmas, I always had Christmas songs. Yeah, exactly. So most people don't have it, but not everyone does. Halloween, I always had Halloween movies playing, and so you get more tips and stuff like that. And also, if I'm being honest, guys, a lot of the Wi-Fi in the car as a rideshare driver is for you. Like a big one for me is when a Marvel thing would come out on Netflix, especially like Jessica Jones. Daredevil was a big one for me. Luke Cage was really good too. I'll do parking lot all day. And, because you're in the parking lot for like an hour and a half to 3 hours, right? So I'd use the Wi-Fi in the car and I'd binge my Marvel shows on Netflix, and I'd just do like a 14-hour shift. And I'd watch like half the season or the whole season in the car in between rides, right? I almost didn't want to get a customer because I'd be in the lot for an hour and a half, so I'd be halfway through one of my shows, and then all of a sudden I'd finally get a customer. I'd be like, God damn it. I got to take this stupid customer to wherever they're going. But in between rides is great. And another thing is do I have them here? If you have those little wireless earbuds, especially if you have one that'll work with just one earphone and not with both, you can put it in your ear and through the Wi-Fi, you know, listen to a playlist or turn-by-turn directions or something like that off the car too. And if you are a family person who has family, it's great for the kids too. I think the internet is becoming like plumbing. It's a utility. You're going to need it every day for everything. And so the more internet you can have, the better. If your car doesn't have internet yet, that's a great way to get it, I think. So anyway, that was kind of off topic for what I want to say today, but so if you look at it, so this is what I wanted to show you guys too. Let me do this right here. We'll leave this with a conclusion. So I went from having $0 in something like this to plus stash app. Put my fucking fingernail thing on there. So look at that. Last year I managed to save $5,500 up, where before I had $0. And that's what I've been trying to tell you guys. If you put a little bit money away every week from your earnings, and I know, you know, when you're making $1,000 a week, you're not rich. I hear you guys, but if you can put some money away into these apps, at the end of the year, after 1 year, even if you lose a little bit of money, you're still going to be ahead. Because look, now I have $5,500. So what does that mean? That means I have access to cash if I need it. So, okay, so if Aaron approved that I'm going to buy it, thank you, Aaron. Yes, no problem. Also remember it's a tax write-off, so make sure you save your receipts and stuff like that, so you can write it off at the end there. I have it. Yeah, I have had one for almost 3 years, and if you're gonna do it with your rideshare, make sure you get a cheap tablet. And I'd also suggest getting like YouTube Music, I think, or Spotify or something like that. And then that way, when your customer gets in the car, you can just hand them the tablet and be like, hey man, put on whatever music you want. And if they want to put on jazz or classical or whatever, they can control it. Or if they're having like a party night, they're going out with the boys or the girls, they can put on some party music. And then, you know, not only do you have a tablet for yourself, but if something breaks, it's not gonna, you're not gonna be sad because it's a cheap tablet. I mean, don't put a movie screen or something like that. Dark Road Run has 2 like TVs set up in his car, which is crazy, so they can watch or play games on that. Just make sure that if you get the Wi-Fi, you take advantage of it. Is what I'm trying to say. If you have DirecTV, make sure that you have all the stuff that you need to apply for to get mobile DirecTV, so you can put TV in the cars, so people can go through DirecTV and watch whatever they want to, stuff like that. But anyway, you're distracting me, guys. So I think it's 50%. 50% of Americans. Percentage. I forgot the percentage. We'll find out. Let's see how Google finds. %63%. And I bet you it's even higher amongst rideshare drivers. So the vast majority of the country right now can't survive $50 or a $500 expense, whether it be a broken arm, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Well, now I have access to that money where I didn't have before. And I'm also getting dividends on this, right? So it's money that makes money. But more importantly, so if you get in an accident with Lyft, that's $1,500 deductible. And if you don't have $1,500 in cash, you don't really want to use this except in like a medical emergency or something like that. But now look, if I have to, I can sell some Disney or whatever, and it'll hurt me and I'll cry on the inside, but I can pay that $1,500 with Lyft. It's only $1,000 with Uber. Or if you break your arm, man, I don't know what your deductible is with the hospital, I mean, this isn't going to cover cancer if that happens, but this is like a safety net. And I didn't have this a year ago. We only had our bank account, and every extra, like at the end of the month, anything extra that we had would go to student loans, mortgage, or because remember we have 2 mortgages, and or credit cards. And so we had like nothing in like we had like a little rainy day fund in savings. That's it. But if there was a major emergency, we were kind of done. But this just makes you in a better financial situation. And I think that if every rideshare driver could say, "Oh yeah, I have $5,500 that I can go liquid with right now." All right, thanks PJ Slots. I appreciate it, my friend. If every rideshare driver could have $5,500 just there, I think it would put a lot more people's like state of mind. You know, it'd be a lot better for the drivers, because when you get paid week to week, and you know some weeks are good, some weeks are bad, you know it could be really scary. So that's why I started doing these apps, because how do I say this? Every rideshare channel is going to tell you how to use the surge correctly, how to talk to a customer correctly, how to use the app to your advantage, when to drive, when not to drive, those kind of strategies. But not very many of these YouTube channels are trying to tell people what to do with their money once they get it. And a lot of drivers are single men who are young, and a lot of them are uneducated. Because if they're educated, they'd be doing like a more traditional job. And a lot of rideshare drivers are basically minimum wage workers who don't want to have a shitty minimum wage job like McDonald's. I'm not going to say one specific name because I don't want to embarrass anybody. Like, first off, I don't think there's anything wrong with working at McDonald's. You know, there are a lot of millionaires in McDonald's. You can literally go into McDonald's with no experience, get a job, work your ass off, and in 15 to 20 years, you can rise up to a point where you're making a good living. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of shitty work. It's a shitty place to have a family because they don't care about your family. If you're a woman, it's even worse because they don't even have paid maternity leave. But you can, if you want to, move up the ranks with McDonald's. You know, you have to work at it. You have to get an education at some point, but you can do it. So I don't mean to diminish fast food work, but I'm talking about minimum wage work in general, people who don't have degrees or skill sets necessarily, right? So why would you work at McDonald's for $7 an hour when you can sit in your car, work when you want to work, and make triple that? It depends on your market. Whenever I drive, I always make, like, if I only make 20 bucks an hour, I'm like, I think that I'm failed. But you guys just see my live streams, I make $30 to $40 an hour. Now, I don't drive 70 hours a week like the rideshare revolution does. But if you wanted to, you could. The new rideshare in 2013 Jeep Wrangler. You rideshare in the 2013 Jeep Wrangler? Yeah. I don't know what that means. But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is a lot of rideshare drivers don't have like family necessarily, right? Most of them are single and male. And they also don't have assets. They don't have money. So this, I think that Robinhood and Stash are like 2 of the best things that can happen to rideshare drivers. And one reason I do this, like to brag. Anytime I make 30% of my money, I'm going to do a video about how fucking amazing I am, because I am. That's incredible to make that much money. But also, I'm trying to help y'all. So yeah, just download it, throw a couple $100 a month on it, you know, $25 a week, $10 a week. Save some money and make yourself better off, man. You guys will enjoy it. Anyway, I've been babbling on about Robinhood for a good long time, for around an hour. Don't forget the links are in the description. Should you decide that you want to sign up. And remember, if you use my referral code, we each get a free stock. And everyone loves free stocks. And sometimes you might even get a Microsoft stock and be lucky, and that's a lot of money. Microsoft stocks pay good dividends too. So that's pretty awesome. And I think I'll see if I can get the what am I talking about? I'm seeing if I can get the referral code here. I just gotta log in to my account. And then I'll just put the referral code here in the chat for those who are interested in it. And I think only 4 people have ever signed up for this. So it is what it is. But I think you should. It definitely helps. Oh, I do rideshare in a 2013 Jeep Wrangler, but have no Wi-Fi. But thanks to you, Aaron, I will have Wi-Fi now. I'm going to pick it up in about 15 minutes. Cool. I hope that it's a good investment for you. I hope that you enjoy it. I love having Wi-Fi, man. I do all kinds of stuff on it. I think I still have my cheap ass iPad. It's not an iPad. It's here. Put this in the chat. So there you go. Also in the description of this video will be the link. Like my tablet has like a crack through the screen, and it's like dirty, and it used to be white, but like all the white plastic is starting to get rubbed off down to the metal, and I just don't care. Every time I get in there, especially if it's like some like college kids or like younger people, I just give them the tablet. I take the tablet and I'm like, hey, play whatever music you want to, and they're like, they know how to make YouTube music. And oh, hey, the wife is calling, so I'm gonna go and answer the phone. See you guys.